Hello everyone. So today's video is going to be on how you can store your magical items. So I know that for myself, I live in an apartment and space is a challenge. And I know that some people, even if they own their house, they might have a small house or they might lack space to store things, or, some houses have no basement, some houses don't have an attic, some don't have both. So in this video, I'd like to give some ideas and ways that you can store your magical items for many different reasons. Space could be a reason if you're spatially challenged. Also, if you have cats, I have cats. I love them so incredibly much. They are the equivalent of my children. I do have human children as well, but I have animal children too. And I love them so much. But animal children, much like toddlers, like to get in the mix of things and like to make a mess of things. And so finding safe spaces for things can be a challenge. So I'd like to just share some ideas that I have for creating an organized storage, I guess, for your stuff. So I just want to go over some of the ideas that I have. So are you short on space? This is like the first question that you should ask yourself, because sometimes people think they're short on space, but they're not. They have areas in their home that they can put things, and maybe they don't want to put it there for, if it looks funny, or they don't want to have it so far away from their secret space or whatever. So if you are looking to create space to store your magical items, what are these magical items? Are they big or are they small? So as with a lot of bed sets, you have, a space underneath them. If you have like a bed frame, you can find totes that slide right underneath the bed, and you can fit 2 or 3 of them under your bed. With that being said, depending on where your altar is, I have my altar in my bedroom, and so I have my altar on like this dresser thing, so it has like a cabinet and it has some drawers. I'm able to fit a lot of my magical items in those drawers. Now, if you have a bedroom, if you have a bedroom, obviously, right? Jesus. If you have your altar in your bedroom, that's what I meant to say, not if you have a bedroom, and you have a dresser that, let's say if you could fit all of your clothes inside your closet, you now have 4 or 5 drawers that you can use to store your magical items. Then you have the top of the dresser that you can make your altar if you choose. But I'm getting way off track. This is why I make notes, because I tend to just babble and my mind just goes in 50 million directions, and I want to talk about all 50 million directions at the same time. So to avoid that, let me just look at my notes here to keep me on track. Okay, so some ways you can store your magical items. A bookcase. Bookcases come in all sizes. They come in short, they come in tall, they come in wide, they come in slim. You can get bookcases of all different sizes to fit the space of your home. They don't have to be wide. They can be tall and skinny. They can be short and skinny. They can have 2 shelves. They can have 5 shelves. However you want to use this bookcase, you can. For instance, I have a bookcase with 3 shelves, and then it has 4 cubbies. Now, because my cats get a piece of everything I own, the bottom 2 cubbies have cat beds in them, because, if I were to even attempt to put something in the bottom 2 cubbies at their level, I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they'd be batting every piece of whatever was there all around the floor. So that's not an option. So I put cat beds there because it keeps them occupied and away from my stuff. The next 2 cubbies, my whole bookcase is all crystals. So not only am I using the bookcase to store the crystals, but the bookcase is also serving as a display. So I'm able to display my crystals where I can see them, I can enjoy them. The energy fills my bedroom, and it's a very space-saving idea for me and how I'm challenged space-wise to have this bookcase. And the bookcase is not wide. It's about, you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but it's not very wide at all, but it's very tall. So for me, it was easier to put that in my room to store my crystals. You can use a bookcase for anything. You can make an altar out of a bookcase and then use the extra shelves as storage space. That's just one idea. Dresser, I had already gone over. As you can see, the dresser behind me, that is not my altar, but I use it for all kinds of different stuff. The top drawer alone has a lot of incense. There's a lot of stuff in there. On the third drawer down, which I know you can't really see, the third drawer down, mind you, this dresser I got for free. So, and I love the look of it. Somebody down the street from me, a couple houses down, had put it outside. The woman was an elderly woman and she had gone to a nursing home, and so they didn't need the furniture, and I got that beautiful piece of furniture for free. So you don't have to pay a fortune. You can go to a thrift shop, you can go to yard sales, you can look at free stuff on Craigslist, you can do all kinds of different things and get things for free. So third drawer down is I keep my little cups that I use to store my tumbles in and my herbs and things like that. So all of these drawers have a purpose. Totes small enough to slide under the bed. You can, measure the space between the bottom of the bed frame and the floor and see how much space you have, and then go to the store and buy totes that will easily fit under your bed so you can store items that way. So that way they're out of sight. They're under your bed. Some couches have, like for instance, my couch has a chaise lounge, but the chaise lounge lifts up and there's a whole cubby inside that. Also, the arm on the other side of the couch also opens and there's another space there. So you can store stuff in there as well. Shelving. Shelving is incredibly useful. And so many people are focused on how can I fit this on the floor? How can I fit this on the top of a dresser? How can I fit this, in my drawers? How can I fit this here or there? Sometimes we fail to see that we have a lot of, my walls have to have a ton of stuff on them. So I couldn't put up another shelf, but a lot of people have tons of wall space available. You can literally take an old bookcase, an old anything, and repurpose the wood by buying brackets at the store, getting the brackets, attaching them to the wood shelving from the bookcase or whatever you're using, old TV stands. You can paint them if you want. You can make them any color you want. You can literally buy brackets that are like $1.50 each. For long shelves or heavy shelves, 3 or 4 brackets, that's like $5. You got the screws, and you can put shelving on your wall, and you can store things up there as well. And the last thing I'm going to mention is a shoe organizer. Believe it or not, yes. They have 3 different kinds of shoe organizers. They have the ones that hang on the door, and they have like all different pockets. And it's just a flat piece of plastic, and it has pockets, and you can slip your shoes in there. You can use that to store your items. Just have it on the inside of your closet, so that way it's not visible. Or if you want to have the outside, you can too. Then they have the round ones that are completely round. They're circular. They hang inside your closet on the pole. And all the way around, there's pockets all the way around. You can use that. Or you can use the one that slides under your bed. It's like a whole big square. You zip it open, and it's like little tiny individual cubby things that are made spaced for your shoes. You can use something like that as well. So there are lots of different ways that you can use or repurpose items that you may have even lying around your house to store your magical items. So I do hope that it was helpful, and I hope I gave you some great ideas, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.